Hey, check it out, everybody. Phil again with New York Rocks. We're still rocking down at the New Jersey, New York Kiss Expo. We're here with an author, Stephen Blush. How you doing, Stephen?
It's awesome to be here at the Kiss Expo and awesome to be here with you.
And it's awesome to stand next to a guy who actually names a book, New York Rock. That is great, man, because New York rocks, doesn't it?
New York totally rocks. And you know, this book is really in tribute.
Right.
It's called From the Rise of the Velvet Underground to the Fall of CBGBs.
Right.
So it's like that 50-year period of like incredible underground crazy music. And the important thing of why I'm here is because I talk about the glam rock that happened in New York, but you couldn't tell any of that story without really going into Kiss.
Okay. Now, did you live it? Did you live in New York?
Yeah.
Were down on the like Lower East Side? Were you part of that scene? Go ahead, talk about that.
Yeah, you know, my dad's from Rivington Street on the Lower East Side.
Right.
I found all the bars and all the sin growing up.
Right.
And I got into the punk scene and the rock scene, then the punk scene, and I checked it all out. And Kiss was always a really big part of it. And they were like, it's just such an incredible thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
To be around New York. I mean, the New York music was so heavy. I mean, on this cover you got like Joey Ramone, New York Dolls, Blondie. I mean, but then but there's so much more. And I get into this whole history.
Talking Heads.
Yeah. And I get in the glam rock chapter. It's all the bands that Kiss came up with.
What's his sister?
Yeah. And also all the bands they played with, like all the small ones that you read about on the posters.
Remember?
I go into big discussion of all of them. Yeah. The Brats, Harlots of 42nd Street, Flaming Youth, like all that stuff.
Here's the misconception that let's say out there, the people thought that it was just about CBGBs, but there were many more clubs than CBGBs. There was like Max's Kansas City. There were other clubs in Manhattan, the Paramount. They had.
This book has all of it. It really does. It's like, I mean, I'm sure there's some.
Name some of the places that you talk about in the book.
Well, the Hotel Diplomat, the Club 82, the Academy of Music, the Palladium, on and on. I mean, I keep going. And then all the nightclubs, CBGB's, Max's Kansas City, Great Gildersleeves, where all this stuff came out of. The Coventry, where Kiss comes out of.
This book is not just about what was going on in Manhattan. It's the whole New York scene of that time, too.
Sure.
So you can explore in the book about other spots that were in besides Manhattan. Correct. Do you mention, let's say, L'Amour's or anything
for sure.
And some of the the heavy metal times, too, that started right about.
Yeah, well, I talk about this in terms of what was going on in Manhattan, but then I talk about all the stuff that influenced it. Sure. Heavy metal, even down to the Brill Building, right? All these singer-songwriters and all that. So I try to really give the whole I try to tell the entirety of the New York rock story and boil it down into these mere 500 pages.
Now, how long did it take you to put this book together? Have you been working on it for years and years, let's say?
I'm an author. I work on a lot of books. Right. But I would say that between having a family and all that kind of stuff, it took 10 years.
Okay. Now talk about what some of the other books that you have previous to this.
Yeah, well, I'm best known for a book called American Hardcore, which was also a film on St. Martin for Sony Picture Classics about the punk rock scene. I wrote American Hair Metal about all the hair metal bands. I wrote Lost Rockers that came out last year about great forgotten musicians.
Oh, so you've been an author for many years before this then, right?
Yeah, I was an editor for a lot of magazines and stuff, journalist.
Another question for you. How about any of these books? Have any of these books turned into a movie or a mini-series or anything? Talk about that.
American Hardcore I made with Paul Rackman, who actually made a lot of Kiss videos. He made.
Who's your friend here? This guy. Look,
Tony Man, bring him in.
Hey man, hey everybody. Kiss. New York Rocks. Thank you, dude. New York Rocks, right here. And this is the book After Your Own Heart, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we made it. We made a documentary. We made a documentary.
See the look. You got the look going on.
We made a documentary called Lost Rockers, and Stephen wrote a book called Lost Rockers. Our director is Paul Rockman. He made 3 of the videos from the Revenge album. Unholy, I Just Wanna, and Domino. Unholy is one of the favorite Kiss videos ever, right?
Don't you love the guitar in it?
Of course. Totally. But anyway, so that we made a documentary about Lost Rockers, people who didn't make it, and shining light on their talent. Some people, and 4 of the people in the Lost Rockers book are direct ties to Kiss. So you should also check out Lost Rockers book by Stephen Blush.
Wow.
And myself and Paul Rockman are titled on the book too, but Stephen really wrote the book. And that's available at Powerhouse Books through Random House. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, Lost Rockers. Wait for the movie next
those
year.
Guys.
Wait
See those
for the
guys
movie.
right there. They're in there. They're hanging out.
Lost
Yeah.
Rockers.
They're in that little box.
Right on.
They're in their box over there. Did you play music? Were you
Yeah,
into
I'm a musician. I'm a drummer.
Okay,
and
there you go.
I'll be playing this Wednesday at a party for New York Rock.
Oh, there
At
you
a
go.
Bowery Electric.
I gotta get an invite.
It's free. Anybody can come to the show.
See?
Upstairs, Bowery Electric. You're
See?
gonna see Buddy Bowser, who actually played at Peter Criss and Lydia's wedding.
Wow.
And bring your Lydia Criss book and he'll sign it.
Aren't you glad I mentioned that?
Yes, man,
See?
I am.
I'm looking out for you.
You're on
Give me
the
your
ball,
love
dude.
already, man.
You're in the ball,
We
dude.
got to give love more in New York. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? That's what we're missing.
Well,
because
we're
need
trying
unity.
to rebuild
unity.
the community.
Unity.
We're trying to rebuild the community.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I was out there the same time as you on that
Yeah.
Kiss float for Halloween years back.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing this all a long time. You've been doing this for a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time, and
Right.
we got to stick together.
We got to shine together. Oh man, help each other in this world, man. That's all
Absolutely.
we got. We
But
can't,
I've
we
been
can't do it all alone.
No.
Right?
No. And I've been lucky enough to work with Stephen
You got a
Blush.
good friend.
And now
Yeah.
I'm an author because of
Yeah.
this guy. So
Because he's showing the love. When
Yeah,
you give
man.
the love back, and you got good friends that care about you,
Absolutely.
they look out for you. They don't knock you down. They lift you up. Right?
absolutely,
Right, there
you
you
got
go.
that right, pal.
And
And
with that-
New York rocks.
Yeah, with that, New York rocks. Find out if they want to find you on, let's say, Facebook or websites. Got
On Facebook, please, Tony Man. I'm on Facebook.
Tony Man,
Stephen Blush is on Facebook.
Stephen Bless.
And the Legends of New York Rock is this event on Facebook. So check it out.
And you're gonna see more of this guy. It ain't the end because he's very, very motivated. He's very driven. There you go. He's gonna get the book, and one day, hopefully, they'll come out with the movie, and then maybe we get some work shooting and maybe acting in it because you could be an actor in it.
Yeah, man.
See that? Because you got it all going on, man.
New York rocks,
Thank you
dude.
very much, man.
New York rocks and New York rocks.
That's right, man. That's why the show's New York Rocks, because we rock. Who rocks better than New York Rocks?
Nobody.
Nobody. See? If you're from New York, you know that. You know what to say, because that's what it's about. You got to look out for number one. That's us, New York Rocks. All right, peace out, everyone. Peace out.